Hello and welcome to the Voice of the Students that comes on your way every Thursday. I am your host, Khadija Tujete. With me at the studio, we have the newest birthday boy in town. Happy belated birthday to you, and may you witness many more years in return with good health, progress, peace, and prosperity. May Allah grant you all that you have been wishing for. Welcome, and then may you introduce yourself to the audience.
Yes, hello, guys. My name is Ibrahim and ex-student of Mighty Senior Secondary School. And then it is a pleasure, and I'm also glad to be invited on such an amazing TV to discuss, so have some discussion with my, experience.
Thank you so much for coming and for honoring our invitation. But what do you have for us today?
Yeah, today we have a topic here to discussion, which says that it has to be based on gender equality.
Gender equality.
Gender equality, yeah.
What do you mean by gender equality?
Yeah, when we talk about gender equality here, we mean that both men and women should be treated equal based on whosoever the individual is. Everyone should be treated equal so that they can have equal access to job opportunities, education, health. It should not be like they say 50-50. Whatever a man can do, a woman can do better.
Okay. Can you say this like in Wolof? Pushing back all of you set up program.
Wow, some more elephant you hamantini yep yana masetan. They let me invite Sibena TV, we just call it Jimbala TV. Today I'm discussing important discussing money gender equality, money góor ak jigéen yëpp dañu war a nekk the same ñoom yëpp dañ am the same equal right fekkee dafa nekk ci wàllu education wala dafa nekk ci wàllu liggéey ci lépp lu muntu nekk lépp lu góor mun jigéen tamit mun na ko kon góor ak jigéen yëpp dañu war a nekk benn equal lu góor mun a am jigéen tamit mun na ko am. Yeah.
What is your stand in this? Because people will be like, what a man can do, a woman can do better. But then men don't want to agree with that. They said it can never be 50-50 between a man and a woman.
According to my point of view, I can say that whatever a man can do, a woman can do better. It depends on the consistency, the patience, and the determination towards your goal. Gis nañ fi jigéen mu nekk président, gis nañ fi jigéen mu nekk vice president, gis nañ fi jigéen mu jiite ay góor. Whatsoever a man can do, a woman can do better. The difference is that yàlla bu mu bindee góor ak jigéen daf leen utale, but that doesn't mean lu góor mun jigéen mun ko. Whatever a man can do, according to my point of view, a woman can do better. Yeah.
Okay, so boys and girls at school have the same opportunities. If yes, why?
Yes, in schools, I can say that both boys and girls should have the same equal rights. There should not be what you call discrimination, which have to be based on this one is a boy, this one is a girl. All of them have equal rights regarding about whatsoever that is happening in school, whether it have to be based on academic or it have to be based on extracurricular activities. Whatsoever it have to be based on, both boys and girls in school should have equal access. So that in near future they can be something helps the nation for meaningful development, and at the same time too they can help themselves and their parents at life. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Then how do we balance religious and cultural stuffs towards the gender equality? Parce que comme no ko waxe yalla dafa bind jigéen ak góor waaye moom tolle la wut leen.
Yeah.
So how do we balance that?
Yes, under the cultural aspect, some people have the mindset that come góor du mun a am ak jigéen. Especially lolu nekote lolu yagala, but due to the advancement of science and technology now in this modern generation we are, I can say that most of the time whatsoever a man can do, a woman can do better. And then when it comes to the cultural aspect, so let me see society then they am the believe ne góor ak jigéen mënuñ am, they cannot be the same, which I say no to it. Though duñ mëna nekk benn ndaxte dañ ne jigéen moo war a roy góor, especially in the marriage aspect, which have to be based on cultural aspect. Comme jigéen si boppam moo war a roy both cultural and religious, jigéen moo war a roy ci jëkkëram. But that doesn't mean also jigéen suy roy jëkkëram dafa nekk comme let's say mbindaan wala mu nekk slave to it. Góor bi su jàngee ba wàcca like jigéen bi also mu jànga ba wàcca all of them have the access to education and all of them have the access to job opportunities. Su jigéen bi su góor bi taalee moto mu xëy dem liggéey yow tamit taalal sa moto nga dem xëy dem liggéey su weer dee mu fay ko jox yaayam yow tamit su weer dee nga fay ko jox sa yaay lan moo gën a neex loolu dara. Kon you will see that lépp lu nga xamante ni góor mun na koy def jigéen mun naa def la ëpp loolu. What have to be based on here is that there should be what we call how will I even say equality, and then also there's nobody called discrimination, because if there is discrimination, our society cannot develop, and then we cannot stand as a nation. Right? Yeah. On the religious aspect, sometimes the deen there is a limitation both for women's and then men's. It is having a limitation. We all know that, but that limitation should not be an obstacle from women's achieving their goals in the near future. Today we see the life of Gina Bass. Jigen la wa tay mun na wa Gambia. She is part of the jigen la bo lu me defal wajurami ak mbokami mun na wax ne goor sa munuñ ko.
Exactly.
If you have Aissatou Touré, that former she wants context for election in the Gambia. So whatever a man can do, a woman can do better. Yeah. So
do men and women, or let me say, do women have chances in their areas to become alcalos? Why or why not?
Yes, that's absolutely right. And then it is an interesting questions. Around my area, there's Dingarai, around a place. It's not far from our, village. The head of that particular village is is a female. Yes, wow. I witnessed that, and my father told me. Then later on, I have to go and make an investigation and know about it. And then jigen la. So no, it's just a mentality. Come leadership, amut like discrimination. Ki come jigen la wala ki gor la. Lebulunga hamantini come. If you go to a certain country like Liberia, they have President Muhammad. So it is just a mentality that people have. Today, if you go to the university in different institutions in this country, they are doing immensely towards the growth and the development of our nation. So we need to remove that bad mindset that men are more value or importance than women. Yeah. For me,
this is actually interesting.
Yeah.
The topic is actually interesting, and thanks for coming up with it. But then, taking a look at it, women leadership. Women are the dominance of the population. The 75% of the population are women. So if women should lead, actually that is going to be better because they are going to feel each other's pain. So at least that would have been able to promote development. But the men, they don't know how we feel and other stuff.
Absolutely.
It's not about gender discrimination or whatever, but we are talking about equality here. So now, what does the law say about getting married before 18?
Yes, we all know that if you go to our society, very brilliant, young people, have dropped out from school. Mostly what causes it is early marriage, which the law, I believe that the law of the land doesn't accept such. Because come hale bu wara tolu si janga. Because all the time, we cannot develop in the absence of education. So then you wanna remove that mentality in our mind that from hale jigeen you ndaw ñu teel leen génne school may leen ñu dem sëy ko say de maybe dina am jëkkër bu nga xamante ne dafa doy waar du yàgga si sëy bi soo su paree mu ñëpp si family bi mu gën a put pressure on the family and then ni ñum dëkkat. So I can say that pour génne jigéen mu dem sëy wala whatsoever the person do mu bàyyi school loolu dafa nekk lu nga xamante ni dañ si war a taxaw dafa nekk lu nga xamante ni nekkul lu rafet nekkul lu jaar. We need to give the chance for women to have the access to education. They should not drop out from school for the sake of yes, I have to go and marry and stuff like that. No, it is absolutely illegal and it is absolutely unaccepted in every civilized society. Before the age of 18, a parents, check her children out of school for how to go and marry or do any other stuff. It is really unaccepted, and then it doesn't make a nation to stand or develop. If we want a nation to stand and develop, there should be what we call collectivity. There should be what we call teamwork. If you're going to lend your access to education, but it have to be based on both men's and women's, so that we can all come together as team. We can all unite as one family, one Gambia, one people, so that we can stand for the betterment of our nation. Then before the age of 18, nga jigene hale to school nga may ko mu say wala whatsoever the person is doing, it is something which is very, very bad, and then we need to stand for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much. And talking about that, it is more advantageous for the father and then the mother to be educated in a family.
Absolutely.
But then the best part of it, even if the father is not educated, let the mother be educated. Let one of them be educated, but let it be the mother, because the mother usually spends like most of the time, like period, with the kids at home. They actually can tell their kids to go and learn their father. So fathers or some parents do not actually care.
Okay.
But then mothers can easily motivate their children. Though in some aspect it can be different, but in my own contextual observation, I think that is better. So coming to my other question, how would it be if a mother and a father are both working, or the mother is into businesses?
That is something which is very, very interesting. Gis nga dafa am na lu ñu war a xam, and then we need to put it into consideration, which is nga taka jabar bu nga xamante ni dafa jàng yow nga jàng, affaire bi dafa yomb si yéen.
Exactly.
moom su xëyee dem liggéey yow nga xëyee dem liggéey, weer dee mu fayeku essai, weer dee nga fayeku essai, bis boo amul sa jabar dina la mën a jàppale, but sa jabar fekkee ne is just a housewife sitting at home without doing anything, yow kenn yaay essai, it will be very, very hectic on you. So man dama gëm ne ni pour sëy sax mu mën a taxaw nu mu waree, both the husband and then the wife ñoom ñëpp a war a am access pour ñu dem liggéey. Da ngaa gis ne lépp luñ songandoo dinañ ko mën a daan, understand nga, but sometimes dañuy am mentalité ne waaw man suma jabar du dem liggéey, dafay toog si kër bi, understand nga, man maay dem liggéey. Yow kenn you cannot be compared with someone whom you know that yéen ñaar yëpp a nekk di dem liggéey. Yow yaa ngi dem liggéey, moom mu ngi dem liggéey, bu weer dee yéen ñaar yëpp ay fayeeku, ngeen esi ngeen jàppale njaboot, ngeen jàppale seen famille. But yow if it is that comme góor bi rek moo nekk di dem liggéey, jigéen bi toog si kër bi nga aaye ko mu dem liggéey, yow sa boppa xamuloo loo nekk di, because yaa ngi def lu nga xamante ni dina la affect whether knowing or in, and it is even known. So most of the men don't know that collectivity and teamwork is the best.
Yes.
So it have to be supportive, because most of the time fii soo demee society da ngay gis góor yu bëri tey ñu ngi wax fii jigéen ñi ñoo leen amee, soo demee society daf di am da ngay dem façon yu nga xamante ni da nga xam ne jigéen ñi moom moo nekk di def yëpp. So man dama am this opinion ne both of them should be given equal access to go to work, both mu nekk góor ak jigéen. Also every person is niki daal the gender doesn't matter, lu matter moo nekk di whatsoever you are doing, just put the zeal in it, and then the hard work, the consistency, and then the patience, you will make it. But sometimes we have this mentality that yes, comme jigéen waru dem liggéey, góor rek a war a dem liggéey. No. Both husband and wife should go to work so that they can stand. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that brilliant answer.
Yeah.
But then, like women and men, I think, like you said, equality matters between them.
Yeah.
So if they both go out to provide for the family, indeed, that's going to be the best out of all, because the kids are going to have all their needs get done, and then also, like the wife can support the family, the husband can also support the family, and when one is weak, they can both stand up for each other.
Sure.
And thank you so much. So how do you think the school administration can promote gender equality between the girls and the boys?
Yes, regarding about school administration, like if you go to every school, they have rules and regulations that govern that particular school and life. So I believe that every school administration should try by all means to protect women, because we believe that women are vulnerable. Islam dafa may jigen dole. Lu tax mu may jigen dole is because of the difficulties they encounter a lot. Jigen dafa nekk lu amul dole. So even in school, the administration should try and then set up certain rules and regulations that will try to protect the rights and the duties of those students within that particular area. Because sometimes in certain schools, let's say boys, they call them the gangs and stuff like that. So maybe mun nañu téye xale jigéen ñu ndaw ñu jaay leen doole bugalen dur wala yenen and stuff like. So the school administration will try and set up rules and regulations that will make sure that will protect those students within that area, so that their rights might be guaranteed. Because if not, sometimes nga dem ci certain school yi nga xamanteni my friend lo fa defé ka daf day war, because jigéen sen bopa dañ they encounter a lot. So the school administration, they want to make sure that they sort of a very, very concrete rules and regulation that will try to protect the rights of students, in schools.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to when you are given the chance to become a president for one day, what rule will you implement about gender equality?
Okay, if I am given the chance to be the head of state of this noble nation, which is Gambia, it is also a passion and a dream in me, and I believe that may Allah fulfill it, inshallah. So that if I happen to be the head of state, I will make you as my first lady or my sister. Anyway, fine, good. Okay. If I happen to be the head of state of this country, I will make sure that women are given the access to educations. 100%. They also be given the access to job opportunities. It is not like just job opportunity, but also they have to be paid good salaries, whereby they can able to sustain themselves and their family. So that especially they can see Gambia like they are raped and lulu. You got because good. So Loli of the man try to make sure that I will draft a bill that I will send to the National Assembly, whereby they will approve it and make sure that that bill will protect the rights of what women, whereby whosoever is found guilty, you will face the penalty. No matter whosoever you are, even my own son happen to be found guilty, he will face the consequence, because we say equality. There should not be what we call chemo genki. All of us are equal in the eyes of the
despite money, wealth, or whatsoever.
So
thank you so much. Okay, so now talking about women that have passion for sport, but the only thing that is stopping them is because they are saying, I'm not a man or I'm not a boy. What advice will you give them? Because Geneva is really making it.
Yes, if you go to the sport aspect, on the religious aspect, dafa am yu nga xamanteni jigéen xamewuñ ko wala war ko def. But nowadays in this modern generation we are dama gëm ne how will I even say it, sport bi dañ ko wara restructure, whereby jigéen yi tamit dinañ ci mëna gis seen boppa. Ndaxte tey Gina Bass is a Gambian, he is representing the country international level, right? And then all of us are ñëpp xam nañ loolu. So tamit niki du mëna utiliser his talent in the absence of having the facilities that are needed. Today in schools and in the Gambia and life, we should have a very, very standard stadium whereby young people can showcase their talent, especially women. There's only in other parts of the world. Different international athletes represent some country. We also want the same things. We have very, very young talented people in this nation. So what should be put into consideration or matter is that those young people must have the chance or the room in order whereby they can showcase their talent. Not only in the aspect side, in either football, volleyball, or handball, especially jiggy. We should give them the access whereby they can showcase their talent so that they can sustain themselves, they can sustain their family, and also they will contribute for the meaningful progress of our noble nation. Because we all know that so international athletes because you pay tax to the government.
Imagine you were there for the whole nation.
For the whole nation. You are representing the nation.
The victory will be for the nation.
Right? Good. So the government will use that tax in turn for the development of that particular nation. So you come to see that they learn what are my chance, whereby they can also involve in sport, whether it have to be volleyball, handball, football, athletic, whatsoever is. Today, Guinea is doing wonders, and then he is representing the Gambia. If you go to other parts of the world, they never know whether we have a country called Gambia. But it's because of Guinea. Today, Gambia is known in different parts of the world. So we need to try by all means. We support the vulnerable people. We support young people so that they can showcase their talents. We have very, very talented people in this country. But if we don't have the facilities that are needed, my friend, you cannot showcase your talent. So we need to put that into consideration. We are urging the government to try and provide more facilities whereby young people can showcase their talent. You see, no matter how good you are, if you don't have the access, my friend, you will not go. So we have very, very good people in our society, but it's because of they don't have the access. This is why they're going to showcase their talent. Yeah.
You heard what he said. Let us graduate from the level of congratulations, you did well, you can do it, and give you something that you need to do that. Okay, man, was my final question, Minak.
Okay.
Yo, so I'm here Muhammad and the Fatogal Jabagam to go for the local advice. Because the men nowadays, I don't understand. Local advice.
Kunga hamanteni dafa togal.
Dafa togal Jabagam fotal.
Man dama de wali toujours manele. Togal sa jabar. Wala nga fotal sa jabar wala nga defal sa jabar lu war lolu nekko ci ñaka fayda gis nga jigen so bëgge mu nopp la dang koy yërem.
I know my cameraman must be laughing.
Yeah, I know.
Du fotal jabaram du ko raxal du ko defal dara.
Jigen so bëgge mu nopp la dang koy yërem. Man xawma keneen le man Ibrahim la wax suma amé jabar ak jam dina ko fotal dina ko raxal dina ko togal dina ko bambane ba pare dina ko fecca.
Oui sama way.
Na te xam nga lu tax jigen ko yërem nga bëgga.
Exactly.
Gis nga jigen bo defé be fexene onolo ko lu warata mu bëggal my friend ko mom dafa yaga mom dafa dem am telling you this.
My cameraman, are you listening?
Yeah, so li dafa nekk lu nga xamanteni tay my friend am na ñu nga xamanteni suñu génné dañ door seen dina naan li bo su liggé ci biir dañ day defal seen jabar yépp amul ñu defal jabar so sey dal dafa nekk lu nga xamanteni lepp lu nga xam mën nga koy def te islam accept nako te dina nekk banya ci sey my friend you should try and do it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so meaning, nekko na jigen kesa mo nga toga ak def yoy non ci kër bi. Am na ñu non goor gi dañu jëlé lolu ñaka fayda. Té lolu it's not about ñaka fayda. It's about helping each other or standing up for each other. Jigen bi kesa mënta def lepp.
I will give you an example. Tay maneke bala ma ñu fi. Suma ya mo don fora mu defal ma yépp. Wa tay gëna dafa ba te man ma damay fo te leena sax suma paré lu ma wara def damay try ma janga toga ndax te ken xamul foy dem aduna dafa gudda tank te mun ngay gene fi nga dem fu nga sa yaay neew fa sa baay neeku fa sa ken neeku fa yow yaay defal sa bop yépp so dafa ba nga janga foot janga toga jangé légui for example yow fekke da nga am bi jabar sa jabar mu biir te yow mun nga toga mun nga foot mun nga def yépp pour nga defal ko lolu neeku ñaaka jox ñu nga xamanteni di have a low thinking capacity ñom ñola dé wone waaw sa yow ñamoro sa jabar waaw bul ñëmé sa jabar so la né bu ko ñëmé dé wa defal ko lu nga xamanteni dina ko bégal té sa jabar su biiré be 10 understand yow nga néka ko ma mun nga toga mun ngay toga bem baax nga ñëw nga jox mu ngi contenté yaay contenté mo do bu ngeen ci am dina jup te dina baax te dina njëriñ society bi in future but most of the people believe that the moment yow nga start defense jabar certain act dañu wone ne ki neera bu ñaaka fa but also da nga need to consider the timing also matters a lot man de suma amé timing lepp suma jabar lu bëgga té ma mun ko dina ko def ndaté dafa nekk lu nga xamanteni dina la jox exemple tay da ngay taka jabar isiko understand nga ngeen nekk bem jël biir understand nga guddi bi lum neex yow yaa ngi xiral ci lan mom mu ngi fofu di téye biiram di yu mu dem mara dama ñëw de mu dem be biir be wara am doom mu dem am doom ci hospital bi understand nga yow yaa ci kër bi maybe sometimes yaa ngi xiral mom mu ngi fofu be am doom ñu jël tur bi ñu ne ko joxon ko yaay bi baay bi leen ko jox jëlal nga wax xal kan ngay tuddé so da my friend koku soko yëremut koku soko sutural my friend sa thinking capacity is very low so jigéeni daal lu ma wax moo nekk ne jigéeni dañ leen war a taxaw dañ leen war a dimbale because amuñ leen lu génn jigéeni te jigéen ak góor ñoom ñoo nekk ci aduna dañ war a yërmandaan ñu am that form of empathy and also they try to work together so that we can stand as a nation and a society at large.
Thank you so much Ibrahim, you did well. Holal yow kay mom suma xarit nga sax henceforth yamba gënal suma cameraman bi babu dafa soft la kale thank you so much for coming, and then you all heard what he said. Women and men should be treated equally in the society despite the economic, despite everything, but we should be treated equally. Thank you so much and see you next week.
All right.